Hello there, good day. We will have a review on conditional statements in C++. Okay, so we will start. We will start with if statement, very basic example. Okay, so let's have this one, the directive file, and then our using namespace standard. Okay, what's next? Then we will have our main function. Okay, so let's have this curly bracket. Now, what will be, let's start with our if statement. For example, well, we'll say a number. Okay, let's say if it's greater than 100 or equals to 100, we'll say the number is greater than or equal to 100. Okay, so we will start with int. Let's have a number. Int, just any number. Okay, and then let's have cout. Input the number. Okay, any number. Okay, input the number, for example. Right, so let's have cin. Okay, so we will just copy this and then you can, or just can type that. Okay, then let's have the if. If, this is our logical test, if number is greater than or equal to 100, then let's have the curly bracket because we assume that we have one or more lines. Okay, so if number is greater than or equal to 100, let's say cout, that will display greater than or equal to 100. Okay, oh, equal to 100. Okay, so what if it's not? Since we will be having an if statement, so there is no else yet. Okay, so if you think everything is okay, let's try to execute that. Now let's have build and run, or you can click the this button here, or simply hit F9 on your keyboard. Okay, now let's try to wait. All right, so input the number. Let's say 100. Okay, greater than or equal to 100. Now, how about if I will click, for example, if it's 99? Or, yes, nothing happened because it's an if statement. There is no statement yet for else. Now, how about if the statement is not true here, if the condition is not true, if the condition to be evaluated is false, then let's execute with the else. Now let's proceed with the else statement or if else statement. So else, so you will say simply as, okay, the opposite of this one. Okay, for example, let me say not greater than or equal to 100. Okay, of course. Now, so let's have that. Okay, let's have the backspace character. Okay, escape character, then let's have that one, or the new line character. Okay, so input the number. Let's say, for example, I will have it 50. All right, 50, not greater than or equal to 100. So what if it's, again, let's go back to 1000, or say 1 million, or say any value, say 1. Okay, let's set 10,000 greater than or equal to 100. Okay, so that is the thing happened in an if-else statement. If the condition is true, then it will execute this statement. If the condition is not true or false, then it will happen in this else statement. Okay, now we will proceed with the else if statement. What if class, if we will be given many options to choose from again? So let's have else if statement. How can we do that? For example, let's have another, okay, we will comment this out. Okay, when you say comment that out, it will just ignore or paranit po siya, so we will just remove it. For example, let's say string ambition. Okay, now let's talk about ambition in life. Yes, we go to school, we try to learn every day because we have ambitions in our life, right? So let's have ambition. Say cout, say, hey, what is your ambition? Or simply like, what is your ambition? Okay, so alright, so having that, and then cin, let's have this one, ambition. Okay, the intelligence will tell us that this is the variable that we are looking for. Okay, now let's go with the if-else statement. So let's start with the if. Okay, you can have like that. If ambition is equal to, okay, I'll say doctor. Okay, now let's have that curly bracket in between. Let's say cout, you want to become a doctor. Okay, you want to become a doctor. Or hello, or let's say hello future. Okay, let's have a positive note. Hello future doctor. Okay, now what else? What else? What else do you like? Okay, let's have the new line. And then what if you still have another ambition? Let's say you may say else if ambition is equal to, say, teacher, right? Let's say see out, hello, future teacher, okay? And then what else? And then what else? We still have another option. What else? What are still we are looking for? Say chef. Ambition is equal to chef. Okay. And then let's have the curly bracket here. See out. Alright, so I need to say hi or hello. Okay, hello, future chef. Okay, and the list goes on. Okay, so we still have a lot more. Okay, and then now what if, assuming everything is there already, and then if yes, if not on there the list, you may go to the else statement. So else, let's say see out, say the ambition, or maybe say we don't have the same ambition, or let's say the ambition is not on the list. But you can, what else? But you can go for sure. But we are cheering, or but you can pursue it for sure. Okay. So again, let's have that one. And let's try to do that. Say, and then if everything is okay, now let's check how will we execute things up. So, okay, what is your ambition? Let's say teacher. Oh, hello, future teacher. And then let's have another one. Let's say doctor. Oh, hello, future doctor. What else? What else did we put it here? Okay, we have chef. The future chef in simulations. Okay, hello, future chef. Or you can have engineers and a lot more. So, for example, I will input here engineer. The ambition is not on the list, but you can pursue it for sure. Okay, there's a typo here with the U, but you can pursue it for sure. Yes, it's very good, and it's very important that we will be having a dream or a goal in life, class. Okay, so that is for else if statement. Now, what if we will go to, say, another? Okay, we'll have, okay, we'll proceed with switch case statement. Now, for example, what else? Okay, so we will have int. We have what else? Okay, let's say number of, what else? Number of siblings. Okay, for example, int number of siblings. Okay, let's assume like that. Let's have the switch here. This is the syntax. You can click on this one switch, and then enclosed in this parameter is the number, is the variable. Okay, and then let's have that. Now let's have the case. For example, say case 0. Okay, and then you may say again, you can have the curly bracket or not without curly bracket, as long as if a single line statement, you have to, it's optional, but if it's more than one, it's a block of code, so you have to have the curly bracket. Okay, for you to be used to it, then you can have the curly bracket, a single line statement or more than 2 to 3 line statement. For example, see out, you have no sibling. Okay, for example. Okay, what if, say, case 1? Okay, for the purpose of a demonstration, you must say, okay, see out, say, you have 1 sibling. Okay, what else? Okay, very basic, right? Say case 2. What else? You have, see out, say, you have 2 siblings. Okay, what if, let's say, okay, if you think the options are there already, what if your options is not there? So, by the way, do not forget that we will put a break in between. So, we will check later why we need to put a break after these one. So, for example, let's say default. Okay, if you think this is the else statement. Okay, let's say default, and then we'll have see out here. Okay, you have three or more siblings, for example. Okay, and then what else? Did we miss something? All right, so let's have a new line here, a new line here. Now let's check. Let's try to check, class, if what will happen if there's no break in between. Okay, and then let's have the return statement here before we will end our main function. All right, so we will check. Okay, so right, we will end the switch here. Yes, it's paired by this curly bracket. Well, let's try to have this one here. See out. Let's have number of siblings. How many? Or say how many siblings you have. You can say how many siblings you have, for example. Okay, and then what else? Okay, and then let's have Cn, number of siblings. Okay, so let's try to check if everything works well. If there is no compilation error, then we can move forward. Let's check. Let's try to run build and run how many siblings you have. Or let's say how many siblings do you have. For example, I have one. You have one sibling, you have two siblings, you have three or more siblings. What happened to the code? Because we did not input here, you do not input here break. So we need to put break so that literally it will break. It will not proceed to the next loop because it doesn't need to have a break. Okay, so for example, let's go back. How many siblings you have? For example, I have five. You have three or more siblings, right? So for example, I have four, or let's say two. You have two siblings. Okay, so that is, yes, that is the thing happened in the switch case statement. Okay, I know you can do it. Okay, so I know you can do it, and that would be all. Hopefully you learned something from today. This is just a review on your lessons.